Hey there guys, and welcome back to Factorio 0.17 Vanilla start to finish. I'm Xterminator, and we're back fixing power. So, turns out, whoops, it turns out that when the refineries kick on, our power kind of goes down the drain. So everything turned on, we completely ran out of power, and well, this is where we are now. So, I've been expanding this for the last several minutes, reworking these belts over and over again. And it still wasn't enough. Also helps if I face the belt the right way. So what we're going to do is completely change how this works. So this guy is going to go over here. Basically, the other problem is the miners on this side completely ran out of coal and then just stopped working entirely. So it's not good. To say the least, it is not good. And this patch is almost entirely mined out, actually. Which is also not good. So, we're going to add a couple more miners here, or not. There we go. Kick that back on, we can get rid of this. So we're going to be pretty low on coal for the plastic, because we only have 6 miners working on it right now. But power is obviously our priority with this. So it's okay for now. I'm a little concerned, but I think we'll be okay-ish. We just finished our tool belt research, so our inventory is even another row bigger. And what we actually want to work on today is, geez, we need even more lights. It's super dark in here. Throw like a couple in here. We need some up by the oil, for sure. So what we're going to work on today is blue science. I'm not sure, I doubt we're going to get it finished because we also need to make an engine build. But that should actually be pretty quick. Engines are pretty straightforward, for the most part. So we need 2 engines for every blue science pack. Now, again, this is like the military where it outputs 2. So going off the base rate, we would do 24 assemblers if it output 1. But since it outputs 2, we're going to cut that in half, which means that we actually need 12 assemblers to produce the amount of blue science to match all the other sciences we've done. Which means for engines, and yes, the police are after me again. There's so many sirens around here, guys. I'm sorry. Basically, solid fuel and advanced circuits we didn't really calculate to red science because those are used for other, or to blue science because those are used for other things too. Engines, basically, so I guess if we had 12 assemblers doing it, and they take 24 seconds each, we need like every 2, so we need like 1 a second or so of these, which means we need a lot. We need like 10 assemblers making this, which is actually like a ton. So we have our solid fuel boxed up. I'm going to see if I can get him belted over. I'm just gonna do a little side load thing like that. Take this guy and underground through here. And we're almost out of belt, so I'm not gonna be able to completely finish this. That's okay. This guy can run alongside the plastic too, like he'll come over and then just go this way on the plastic. Because once we expand these bricks down in the coal, this is gonna, with the plastic and the solid fuel, that's gonna make a line of 4, which is workable. That's totally doable. That's what we would have for the copper. Just take all the belt. Have the inserters. Don't really need normal ones. I don't know why I actually picked those up. That was kind of dumb. Okay, so we need a bajillion assemblers. That's the other thing we should automate here, actually. Do we want to do that now? It's a little bit of a pain, although it could be done. Yeah, this is gonna get really expensive. Oh my goodness, and my phone's going off. You've got to be kidding me, dude. So, why? It's a solicitor, too. All the interruptions. All the interruptions. I would have just started over, but I'm pretty short on time today, so starting over would be not a good thing. Okay. Also, literally, I always have my phone on silence for exactly that reason, except I was expecting a text from someone earlier today, and I forgot to, so I turned on the sound, and then I forgot to silence it again. Okay, so, let's see. Basically, yeah, so this guy's gonna do this, he's gonna make these, and then this one is going to take that, and he requires steel, which is, ugh, man, what a pain. Am I supposed to get steel down here? Could run over here. We actually have, wow, This is like actually a pain. Could run it on this side, I suppose. Could run it here too. It's a lot of belts altogether, but why not? Running it back here would actually probably be a lot simpler. Of course, no, we'll just do this. Okay, so we're gonna turn those in, just like we did with the stuff over here, and we're gonna bring him over here, grab the steel, actually move that over because the power poles need to line up. This guy's gonna dump out here and like that. And then we just need to bring the steel in. And yeah, you guys had some really good suggestions as well for the red circuits. And it reminded me of how I actually used to do it. Is that what I used to do is, I know my undergrounds are in the wrong place here. Shoot. What a pain in the butt. What I used to do is have the copper and cable all on one belt, basically. It's because you can see the cable is split, or it's only on half the belt, rather. So what I used to do is have the copper go onto the other half of the belt that this cable's on, and that's certainly doable. I completely forgot, and I don't really want to change it now. We could do it, though. We could actually expand these out and then just side load it there. But I kind of like this layout we have. Like I said, it's not completely efficient because it is requiring more underground and such, but that's not that big of a deal. Okay, well, this is fortunate. This sucks. Okay, how do we want to do this? There we go. We're going to have a really wonky bus this game, guys. All right. So we're going to have some of those assemblers made. Until more get made, though, we're going to do this. We're going to yoink some gears off of this. And do this. Okay, so for engines, basically, engines are super simple. They need steel, they need pipes, and they need gears. We already have steel and gears on the bus, and then pipes are just iron. And one pipe machine should be able to support 10 of these. We actually may need 2 pipe machines. Because these need, if we're going to have 10 machines, and they take 10 seconds a piece, we basically need 2 pipes every second. And if we look at pipes, it creates 1 every half second. So actually this works out perfectly. 1 can make 2 pipes every second. And there's more sirens. I don't even know what to do, guys. We want an episode today. We get to live in the apocalypse, apparently. Oh my lord. Okay, I muted myself. There we go. Jeez. Today is just not my day. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's see. Engines, pipes. So pipes here. I think this is fine. Because do we want another red circuit build? The thing is, we can expand this really far down. So I'm not sure we need to leave room for yet another red circuit build. And plus we can do red belt and just like expand it super far. So we have a pipe machine, and then we need 10 of these, which is pretty freaking huge, actually. This is actually a lot. Okay. Here we have 37 already. That's pretty dang good, man. Okay, so I placed what? 5 or 6? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do this. It is quite dark here. We should probably put some lights in our red circuit build. There's room. We scrunch things in here pretty tight. Ooh. Actually works out perfectly. Okay, so then this guy is going to probably want to take iron in from the front. He's going to output, and we could share a belt. Doesn't really matter what this shares a belt with. We could share, it really just doesn't matter. Because this is going to output again, remember, on this far side. So we can side load whatever is needed over here. And then this guy's going to come down like that. Another belt has to be over here for the third product. Unfortunately, it's only half a belt, but that's okay. I mean, really, I guess this could just output here and have its own belt for the same practice as we did with other things, where the highest throughput thing should have its own belt. Again, in this particular case, it doesn't matter because it's not high throughput enough to matter. But I guess just following that same general practice, we should do this. Okay. And then, yeah, steel and gears can be on this belt. Whoop. Oh my goodness. Why are we placing 2 inserters? Alright, and then output, and then these guys are just going to long-handed over here. Like that. Oh. And there we go. So this, I'm not sure which way this is going to go. A blue science will be over here somewhere. So let's run our belts down. Iron, which is way back over here. It's going to come over, and this needs to underground, sir, as do you. And that needs to go up somewhere. Let's bring that through here. That. Starting to wonder if 2 iron belts is actually going to be enough. I may have made a mistake here. We'll see. Okay, so like that. For some reason I thought iron was higher up. Okay, and then gears and steel, again, doesn't really matter which. Actually, this can just merge up here. So gears are over here. Steel's over here. This wonky thing is a bit annoying. There's probably a better way I could do that, for sure. I know there's a really obvious, probably better way to do it. I just can't think of it at the moment. Okay, so like that-ish. Come through here. Underground plastic. There we go. Okay, so this one is going to come... Seriously, we're out of undergrounds? I had like 30 of them. You go through these things so fast, it's crazy. Okay. Let's do this. Boom. And then gears. Ooh, actually... probably want this on the other side, because gears are down here. This is going to be a bit harder to get onto that far side. Yeah. And then this one could actually come forward then. Like that. There we go. Much easier. Okay, sweet. So we've got all that hooked up. And that takes care of that. And then we just need to run the red circuits and solid fuel over to our blue machines, which should be pretty dang easy. Unfortunately, this does require 2 power poles, and there's not really any way around that. They need to be a lot closer than I thought, too. Dang it. Yeah, because they have to go here if I... Whoop. Still better than the small ones, that's for sure. Okay. So there's a pipe. We don't need one there. What am I doing? Okay, so we've got that. We've got that. This guy is working. Fantastic. We have some grenades left. Let's clear these silly trees out of the way. 1 grenade for a tree. That sounds good. And with that explosion, explosive damage upgrade we got, you can see that it's actually now 1 hitting them, which is fantastic. Makes this way easier. Speaking of which, flamethrower, landmines. None of these are like super useful. Energy weapon damage is definitely a good thing to get. Okay, so blue science. We needed 12. Do we want this to come? Not really sure how we want this to work. Because I could, like, you could technically... Did I miscalculate this? I think I did. I think it just takes a minute. We could technically have the blue science just pull straight off of this belt, but as I mentioned on one of the previous belts, I don't really like doing that. I tend to have, like, personally, I find that there's some issues with that, just pulling like directly like across from the machines like this on the same belt. So it is extra belt, but I'm probably going to curve it around one way or the other. But let's go ahead and let's just space this out a little bit just to be safe. In fact, I may want to leave room to do this on the other side too if we need more engines. So basically I'm just going to space that out like that. We're going to space him out like that, and this is going to be our blue science. So that, and then we need 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we can measure that. But I did too many because, or wait, no. This is good because, or no. No, I did do too many. Yeah, because this is 10, and then an extra 2, I think. If we Control C for a copy, we can easily measure that this is 12. So perfect. And there we go. And it's very dark. Let's add even more lights. Still more stuff to add to them all. I'm slowly doing it. Kind of a slow but steady type of thing. Oh, there we go. Okay, so if this comes around, I mean, really, I don't think we need engines on the bus. If anything, they're going to be boxed or something. Although maybe we do. No, because they're going to be sent around to go to, like, electric engines, although that would likely be up here. That would actually mean they would probably come up around that way. So we do want them like this. For now, I'm just going to send this entire belt over. So blue science, again, we need 2 input belts because we have 3 ingredients. Engines can go on one half, and then we could put solid fuel on the other half, and then we could put advanced circuits on its own belt. So let's do this. I guess really doesn't matter. I was figuring out if it was better to run the belt the other way. So if we just send this like that, then we can merge solid fuel, and I'm already out of belt, onto this other side, which should work just fine. And over here, grab all this belt. I think I'm actually going to open this up a bit more to like 5 stacks. Go through belt really quick. Way quicker than you'd think. Can we get energy level 2? Oh, laser turrets in general would actually be fantastic. And some people commented that my military setup could be much cleaner and efficient, and I completely agree. There's actually multiple builds on this map, I think, that could be far more efficient. Okay, so let's just do this. Like so. Plastic. Don't need plastic, we need red circuits over here. Oh. And we're actually going to output onto this side just because that's closer to the labs. And good thing we left space because that's actually going to be right here. So leaving extra space between builds is always smart. Let's bring these red circuits over. Where do these want to go? We actually already have 4 belts. We have coal, stone, plastic, and we'll have solid fuel all together here. So this is going to be solid fuel, this is coal, and this is stone. So red circuits, I suppose, needs to be even above that, like up here. And then blue circuits will be next to that. This actually is quite interesting having this take, solid fuel to blue science now, because it kind of changes like how I would normally do a bus, really, because it Right, did I calculate this wrong? Oh no, because I need another one in case it goes past that. Okay. Because I would never put solid fuel on my bus, but now I need to. So it's kind of an interesting change. Use the belt speed here to give us a little boost. Come over here. I would like to turn this on. I think we can. We just need to run the solid fuel down, and we should be in good shape. Let's bring this over. Like that. And then we'll run up to the solid fuel, which is way up here. I'm not sure. Yeah, actually 170 something belt. We should have enough. Sure we don't run out of power again we're still pretty close. Alright, so this thing is kind of silly where it's running. There's a lot of bus cleanup. Like, all this is probably going to scoot over to the left once we expand our steel smelter out and stuff, but that's down the road a bit. And at that point, we should have robots, which will make this far easier. This actually goes on this side of the plastic. Like that. I suppose we could run it alongside here and then move it up one. Doesn't really matter. Like I said, eventually these are all going to be all together. Okay, so there's solid fuel. And he needs to go over here. So again, running backwards I find much easier in this case, rather than trying to eyeball where that goes. Through here, and it actually was not enough belt, believe it or not. It takes so much belt, man. How much belt have we made? Well, that's not really accurate because we're using it for green science. Does it show under consumed, I wonder, when you place stuff? It should. Well, consume shows for green science too. Duh. So yeah, I actually don't know how many belts we've done. And buildings. Oh, okay, well here we go. Built. Okay, so that's new. Wow, that's cool. So we've built 4,000 belts. And these are things we've actually placed. So we've built there's 4,000 belts in here. That's crazy, guys. I wouldn't think there's 4,000 belts in here. All right, and then yes, this is gonna go down here, split off, and be good to go. And that should turn that on as soon as we get some power hooked up here. Actually, we should place these inserters first. That'd make a lot more sense. And we'll just line them up with these. Now I know not all the builds have stuff lined up, but that's okay. Those tree stumps better go away at some point, man. I'm gonna have to hammer them down otherwise. Did that actually... That did line up. And I know this isn't actually connected yet. We will do that somewhere. It's a bit difficult to see, and these aren't actually lining up quite correctly, I don't think, but... I was going to do it down here, but that's like where the build's going to go, so we'll do it like there. And throw a couple lights in here, and we should be done, guys. I'll connect this to the labs off screen. But this is a huge accomplishment. Blue science is, well, far simpler now, but it's still kind of a big milestone because it includes all the oil stuff. So after this is purple science, which this production, which is really not too complicated. Rails, electric furnaces, and productivity modules, which we have everything already made for. It's just the builds for them, which is pretty straightforward, really. The rails are going to be a bit interesting throughput-wise, but we should be okay. Especially because those give 3 packs per. But this is all working now, so this is awesome. Huge accomplishment, guys. I'm super excited. We are halfway through the science packs if you count space science as well. And that's awesome. Anyway, I think that's going to do it. I'm going to do some stuff off camera, like connecting the labs and anything else I have time to do. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Our pollution cloud's spreading pretty far. If you did enjoy it, feel free to leave a like. Any thoughts and questions, leave below. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.